The degeneracy of the hamlet is nothing, I fear, when compared to the condition of surrounding acres.
I don't know about that. I mean, we did manage to apparently deplete the entire tavern over the course of a couple of days, so you know, I'm seeing some problems around here in the hamlet. Hello everyone, Science Viking here, and welcome to my first recording session of the new year. Let's get to it. Alright, let's start by seeing if the Nomad Writing does something good. See, Survival Guide is pretty good, but I'd have to give up something valuable for it. What else? Actually, first let's pop over to the Survivalist and see if our new Vestal has all the camping skills our new Vestal is being treated for a disease, isn't it? I say that as if it's a question. I know our new Vestal is being treated for a disease. Alright, let's see. Oh right, I forgot. The words fail me, and not even for any particular reason this time. The occultist does not have any good camping skills. So I've already done you guys pretty well. Let's see. So let's see if we can spend some gold in the guild. That was not an intentional pun. Let me see. I like the skills that Vestals already has. So Revenge is okay. Withstand is pretty good. You know, I think I want to actually level up Withstand, because the thing about Withstand is, it only marks him as a target. It doesn't do anything else to weaken it. So if he's fighting an enemy that can't exploit the fact that the target is marked, then there's pretty much no downside to using it. Harvest, Slice Off, Battle Ballad. Increasing Inspiring Tune would... Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade Inspiring Tune. Right. I think Ratuli is good. Oh no, he's not. He's not maxed out. And expensive as it is, I'm just gonna upgrade everything he's got. Right. How about Love It? Love It is good. Papon is good. Gueron is good. Let's see what Bertrand's doing. The only thing I could upgrade is Emboldened Vapors. Let's see. How about Sword of All? And Ide is also maxed out. So Vane could be upgraded, so could Druid. I think I'm probably going to be going for mostly low and medium difficulty missions for now, actually. So let's see, Wassel, Stab, hold off on Weird Reconstruction, Ability Hex, Demon's Bow, and Weakening Curse Armament. Who all do we have that's resolved? Or not specifically one, but who all do we have who can go on low difficulty missions? Right, Column down. Let's upgrade your Poison Darts, Thrown Dagger, and Victimix. It is nice how cheap it is to upgrade people's equipment when they're resolve level like 1. And by equipment, I mean abilities, because words are really just not my forte, which is why I have a YouTube channel in which I mostly talk to people. So upgrade Darcy. And what equipment? Darcy's armor is a priority. Along with Columnell's weapon and armor. let's upgrade Darcy's. Let's upgrade Darcy's weapon. Right. Now let's actually pop back over to the guild because there's something I want to make sure of before we go off the mission, which is Riviere has all of the abilities she needs to have. Now let's check out her camping skills. She has Prey, but not Sanctuary. Let's fix that. And let's give her Chant. How about Columbell has Snuff Box, Night Moves, Wound Care. She doesn't have Gallows Humor or Pilfer. I'm gonna go with Gallows Humor and actually have her Courage. What does Darcy have? I remember his camping skills being pretty good. You know, weapons practice and honestly tactics are also good. And that's really all the gold we can afford to spend. And as you can probably gather from who I'm upgrading, I'm planning on taking on a novice mission. However, I'll upgrade the Abbey a little bit first. Let's give up some deeds. Three more pluses. Means I'll actually have to get 4.
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine. Madness.
Alright. Was there a reason for that outburst, Mr. Insane Narrator? Or is it just because you're insane and a narrator and your instincts just took over? Anyway, so that's all the upgrading we can do. I'd say it's time to embark. Okay, we've already completed... Okay, that's unfortunate. That's actually really unfortunate. So now I kind of have a tough choice to make. Actually, not necessarily. A bumper crop would be really useful. The issue is, I can't make progress towards the boss because I've already killed all the bosses in the Warrens, but the Warrens is the only place that's giving me novice level missions. However, Move Amulet could actually be really useful in some situations, and the bumper crop event could definitely be really useful. And the main reason why I'm doing this is because we need to train up the new Vestal. And then once Duquesne is finished being treated for her disease, we need to get her bad humors, we need to train up the old Vestal. I don't know why I'm trying to say get rid of. I guess I'm just... Honestly, we've had so many fatalities, I'm guessing I'm just playing the odds at this point. I'll start by taking away Duquesne's equipment so I can give it to the other new Vestal, Riviera. Right? Now let's make sure I have the right abilities equipped. Let's see. Let's drop Mace Bash for... Oh, right. Dazzling Light, yeah. Divine Comfort, Divine Grace, Dazzling Light, and Judgment. For you, Sacrificial Stab, Weakening Curse, Vulnerability, Hex, and Demon's Pull. For you, Pick to the Face, Flashing Daggers, Thrown Dagger, and Poison Darts. And for you, Crush, Rampart, Defender, and Retribution. It's like slipping into an old suit. Let's do this. Supplies. Did I almost forget that I need to get supplies? Yes, I did almost forget that I need to get supplies. Grab myself some food. Make sure I have plenty of food. Anti-venom is more... Actually, for the Warrens, poison and bleeding are pretty much equal problems. We don't need more than 12 food, even if this is a medium length mission. Keys, let's go with 1 holy water. Alright, and let's go get ourselves a bumper crop. Swine are resistant to disease. I never really noticed that before. I always interpreted that as to mean they're resistant to blight, but no, it says they're resistant to disease. And disease is actually a thing that's different from blight. It's kind of funny. It's like, but enemies can't become diseased. And yet it still takes the time to tell us that the swine are resistant to being diseased. What is my microphone picking up? Well, it's gone now. I guess I'll find out when I go over the recording.
Even the fiercest beast will lay down when it is not eaten. Steal their food.
That was scouting and a half. A curio. That's a quest location. That's a room battle with a curio. That's trap disarming controls are so sensitive. You have to, be nice and gentle with them, pay attention to their feelings. They're just so sensitive. It's hard. Right. Speaking of which, got a lot of traps today. And our first taste of disappointment.
Glittering gold,
And our first taste of grain.
trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
That's the theme of this hallway. Disappointment and grain. Right. Ooh, and even more scouting. Curio. Treasure. Curio. Yeah. So I guess all the other two are both on this map. And here's cannibalism.
A handsome reward
And rubies.
for a task well performed.
So first we had disappointment and grain, now we got cannibalism and rubies. Right. Also, I wouldn't exactly call meat, human flesh, a handsome reward. I don't know, maybe he's just talking about rubies. Right. Would have been nice if that would have hit. I also forgot to unequip the Eldritch Killing incense. After somebody confirmed it, there are no...
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
There are no Eldritch enemies in this area. Okay. We have to do a spit for one round, but since he went first, we don't need to worry about him exploiting marks. And he even failed to poison the one time he came to poison something. So we just need to kill the one spitter, and then it's just a matter of putting members. Oh, right. I forgot, speed differences when we surprise them versus when we don't.
Another one falls.
Nice job, Colin Bell. It'd be nice if you could have gotten that on the first round, though. And Judgment, doing just barely not enough damage to kill the enemy.
Executed
That's
with
more like
impunity.
it. And kick the face.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
This is actually going to make things kind of tough, that the enemies are just barely durable enough that we can't reliably kill them with Judgment, Thrown Dagger, or Pick to the Face. That's actually going to make the spiders kind of a threat. And we got Carrion Ears, which are kind of in the same state of affairs. Face. Stab.
Press disadvantage.
One of them gone.
Give them no quarter.
Judgment. And since since Darcy was consistently rocking 9s with his damage,
Continue the
he's not going to
onslaught.
get one shot conceded.
Destroy them all.
And your reward for a job well done, Darcy, is being punched. Dagger. And Crush can reach position 3.
As the fiend falls,
And there we go.
faint hope blossoms.
Honestly, I'm willing to give up both of these items. But the main thing we're here for is experience. It's just basically, like, considering the fact that the main purpose of this mission is to train up the Vestals, this is basically like a really hardcore medical school. What's his name? Poison the armored guy. And I guess they decided one good poison deserves another.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
I gotta admit, I kind of appreciate the idea of accusing the occultist, because whatever he's accusing the occultist of, he's probably right. I mean, just look at the guy. One of his weapons is literally a skull. So it's the first time I've seen the madman do something where I have to look at him and say, you know, he has a point. Let's go with Weakening Curse to reduce the protection on this thing. I can actually reduce it to 0, too. Can't do much. I'll just dazzling light the wretch so he can't poison him. It's gonna take a little while to get rid of the madman.
Destroyed.
And I've just made my own move pointless, because I am a strategist. So I decided to undo the benefit of the build. To drag you forward. What are you? You're saying the occultist is in league with the demons? Well, that's impossible. There's absolutely no way the guy who just used a tentacle that he summoned through a portal to drag you across the field. There's no way that guy could possibly be in league with the demons. You're worrying over nothing.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Let's just stun the madman so that he can't make any more completely false and unfounded accusations of our bright, upstanding occultist. The upstanding practitioner of the occult sciences. Now let's see if we can stun the chopper. We can't. Let's see if we can stun the chopper. We can this time. And, Wasa, why don't you redress your grievances over this man's slander of your fine profession? Can't do it. Can't. It's just too much of a lie. You can't bring yourself to do it.
Knowing uncertainty. The birthplace
Let's try
of
it
dread.
again. Okay, this time he's actually dead.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
What to drop? I'll drop the stack of gold. I actually have to do that before I can take the stuff. I can't just, like, fool the game. Like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna drop the gold and then just stash it into a pocket somewhere and grab the beads. I'm apparently trying to grift my way into having more inventory space. Also, I'll come back for this chest when we've used up more of the supply items. Oh, 3 of these guys, because I guess we had so much fun with one of them, we need more. He's blighted for nothing, because he resisted it. Let's go with Weakening Curse, because reducing his protection means Darcy might just be able to finish him off. And this one isn't blighted for anything. And I didn't expect Judgment to do that. Crush the one whose prod is reduced. And let's just do the same thing on the next one. And if the direct damage doesn't kill him, poison him. Assuming he poisons him. Alright, and Riviere, this is your chance for valuable learnings, valuable work. Make the most of this opportunity to practice here. We at the Hamlet have a very hands-on approach to things.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Let's see, this is still not something I have any room for. Okay, we have scouting again. We have a lot of scouting and a secret door. Curio. Okay, this is a quest location, which means it probably has a room battle too, but we've really had nothing for quest locations. So they're all concentrated in this one tiny area. We're so close to the end, I'm going to drop the excess torches. Especially since I also have a Vestal and I can use dazzling light to enforce the lights I have. Oh, 5. It hurts to see 5 when they have 6 HP. And we're doing that a lot. The theme of this mission appears to be leaving with 1 hit. However much more they have, it's damage. I guess it's the enemy zone.
Back to the pit.
But Darcy has decided to break the team and actually kill something. And pick to the face. Okay, there. Those are the kinds of numbers I'm looking for.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Ooh, pigs and cultists. Also, the thing that the swine guy is vomiting up includes a wishbone that never stopped looking weird to me. Let's go with vulnerability next, because I think I can one-shot the roll with the dagger. Alright. Just barely not. Oh, drums of doom. Giving everybody a splitting headache. Alright, let's just rampart the chopper to keep anything out of this. Okay, we did stun it. For a second when it said the resist failed, I thought that meant the stun. Because I wasn't paying attention. Yes, this can be the only thing I'm doing, and I can still fail to pay attention. Right. Comes with debilitation now. That guy's a real problem. So let's use vulnerability hacks and definitely throw a dagger next turn. And let's just stun this guy. Nobody's that damaged. That's the thing about these low-level missions. The enemies don't hit very hard. You know, when you've been doing champion-level missions, you get used to the idea that the enemy can reliably hit for most of your maximum health. Instead, the main concern is stress, and that's really only the one guy that's stressed out because of the madman making those completely baseless accusations that have no basis in reality whatsoever. Right. And your stun resistance is elevated. Yeah, there's absolutely no way we're stunned. Guess we're just gonna have to go back to basically full health. Ooh, butcher cut. And bleeding too. Always bleeding. Oh. I guess Colin Bell was bored. Just got bored.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Just got bored of this fight and decided to one-shot the enemies. Like, come on, let's get out of here. Let's do something else. Also, we need to free up some inventory space. And the occultist's stress level is getting a little high. So let's make camp. And we have plenty of food, so we can afford to feast.
Furtive and vulnerable.
Everybody's health
Rats
is at
in a
full.
maze.
I forgot to equip Sanctuary. Well, I can tolerate the +7 stress I'm using on Speak Gallows Humor. And it stressed out the Man-at-Arms a little bit, but not very much. And let's use Prey. And you can't use Encourage on yourself. But you can use Encourage on the Occultist. And now everybody's stress is below 20. That should be good. Assuming we don't get stressed out too much, we might even be able to send this whole team on another mission. Who am I kidding?
Lit. The path is clear.
Who am I kidding?
Only the strength to follow it.
They're all probably going to contract like virulent scurvy or something. Because scurvy is contagious in this universe. Right. Let's get to the next quest location. Oh, there actually wasn't a room battle. I was expecting another room battle.
A
Take some
fortune
grain.
waiting to be spent.
And we can probably afford to dump the shovels. Because we haven't run into any obstacles, and other than the traps I keep walking into, and there's no graves to dig up. And another just empty... After that last experience where the room with the treasure
is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
After that room with the treasure that also contained an unmarked room battle, I assumed they just always did that, but apparently I just got really unlucky. What a surprise. I dropped the extra food for the 500 for the gold, and we can also take the jade. Can't grab the extra shovel, but we're gonna need it. And now for the secret room, and then for the treasure. And of course we would get hunger. I swear, we only get hunger when we're backtracking. The key. And
if only treasure could
the
staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Right. And now we just need to walk back to this treasure chest and deal with any respawning hallway battles, which I'm sure are all going to be shamblers, just to piss me off. Actually, who am I kidding? With this team, taking on a shambler would actually be more fun than terrifying. We're mostly at full power. In fact, I could just send this entire team on a mission again. And I may have to, because we really need to train up some more experienced Vestals. Right. Through here. And the last treasure, which is an heirloom chest. The chest has been passed down in my family
Wealth
for
beyond
generations.
measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Alright, and now that we've collected all the loot that we passed by on the way here, let's go back to the hamlet and recharge.
These foodstuffs yield double benefit. The town may eat, and the swine will not.
That comment almost makes me wish that that actually had an effect, like stealing the food had a negative effect on the swine, so that missions in the warrens are easier later or something. Alright. 13,000 gold, not as much as last time, but still plenty, especially since I was prioritizing heirlooms and it's a novice mission. And Darcy is fated. Ooh, that is good. I'm probably going to lock that one in. Wassel is a warrior of light. That's amusing for a... He's really going with this bit. He is not communing with dark powers at all. He is committed to the light, and that's why he can summon Eldritch tentacles. And... and the Vestal is obsessed with killing. That's a trait you want to have in all of your medical professionals.
A modest offering from those few surrounding farms as yet untouched by the spreading calamity.
Everybody's stress level is nice and low, and we've, in addition to the bumper crop, we have apparently been fully resupplied with booze. Now, do we actually have enough heirlooms to upgrade the penance hall? Let's see, how many do I need to gain 16 busts? I can get 3 from that, and 2 from... So no, I actually can't upgrade the penance hall. You know, I've really been neglecting the Nomad Wagon. Let's give it a chance. Let's see, merchant network or wagon size? I'm actually going to go with wagon size. We frequently have enough gold, but just the selection isn't really as good as I'm hoping for. So let's increase this to 6.
Rarities and curios. Sold at a profit, of course.
And the other thing is upgrading this. Oh, I've already maxed out Bonfire, of course, because I actually use camping skills reasonably often. And the Stagecoach, the only thing that's... Nope, the Stagecoach is maxed out. If we had a intermediate level Vestal, Resolve level 3 or higher, I would actually release someone to get an extra Vestal, but we don't need another Resolve level 1 Vestal just yet. I will probably prioritize Vestals when it comes to when it comes to accepting new people. So Wassel, I'll upgrade his equipment. Vier didn't actually gain a Resolve level, so I can't really do much. How about Duquesne? I'm definitely upgrading Duquesne's armor because, well, we've had enough Vestals die. Now let's see about her skills. Yep, these all the way up as high as they'll go. Supply items are free, but that's not as impressive as it sounds because if we fail the next mission, we're still broke. So I need to save enough money to fund another expedition anyway. Let's see, Wassel. He's as good as he's gonna get. Columbell. Right, didn't gain a Resolve level, so may as well get flashing daggers anyway. Let's see. Vier's maxed out on equipment. How's Bertulli? Oh, I can upgrade Bertulli's equipment. For that first. Because I've been getting a lot of use out of him, and he can be a very valuable trump card under the right circumstances. I'm probably going on an intermediate difficulty mission next to level up Duquesne. So, who would I send with? Let's see. You know, I like the idea of Lovett, because pistol shot deals extra damage to marked. I like the idea of Lovett, Drulin, and one of the occultists. So the occultist can mark people, and then we get the the bounty hunter occultist combo again, while also having whatever this class is called, highwayman. That's the word I'm looking for. Highwayman. And a highwayman with pistol shot to rack up some extra damage. So let's upgrade Drulin's equipment. And that's really all the gold I can safely afford to spend. And before we start on our next mission, I'm going to get us up a fresh recording file. I will be back in a moment.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Alright, I am back. And it's time to embark on an intermediate mission. Of course, now you give me a novice mission to wield. Because we've already unlocked the last wield boss. And, oh, we get the Fireman's Matchstick. That could actually be really good in the hands of the right hero, but for now... You see, a Gentle Tide isn't really that useful, considering the fact that this probably won't unlock the boss, and when we're fighting the boss is when we want to have it. On the other hand, this is a short mission, and this is at least a medium mission. And the Bright Tambourine could be really useful, so let's go with it. We're getting a Gentle Tide. Duquesne. Let's see, which of you two is better? You're pretty much the same. Right. Love it. Finish him isn't that useful because... actually, yes it is. I have a Vestal. I can easily stun enemies for him to finish off. For you... Grape Shot Blast, Pistol Shot, Wicked Slice, and Pain. I'm gonna drop Wicked Slice for Tracking Shot, because he can get rid of stealth. And now it's just a matter of equipping trinkets. Start by unequipping for everybody. Just like XCOM, I do that at the beginning of every mission. And for the Vestal, we have the Sacred Scroll and the Tome of Holy Healing. For you, now there will be Eldritch enemies, so you get the Eldritch killing incense. And let me see. Siren's Conch is pretty good. Let's give him a Book of Sanity. Let's see, for you, we have the Gunslinger's Buckle, which increases the power of your ranged skills if you care about more, and the Sharpening Sheath. The extra critical chance is mostly irrelevant, but the bleed skill chance could be useful. Right. And for our highwayman, or for our bounty hunter, we have increased critical and accuracy, but increased food consumption. That's actually pretty good for this mission because food is free. Speed and evasion, and move resist and move skill chance. So I'm gonna go with the Hunter's Talon and the Unmovable Element. Alright. And since supply items are free, we may as well carry at least one full stack of everything. A lot of things max out at 6. Right. And food isn't as plentiful here as it is elsewhere, and we have a bounty hunter with an eating problem. So, yep, I'm going in with only 2 empty inventory slots. Here's hoping we find a quest location early. Well, I can also just leave stuff behind and come back to it later, as you saw. Alright, just check to make sure I actually am recording. I was worried there for a second. Right. And now we wait. And now we're done.
The flopping fish-like things abhor the warding sigils. Let us claim this place anew.
And we do get a quest location early. That one isn't a quest location. This is. I was momentarily hoping the map was circular, but no, it's not, and with my luck, one of the quest locations is down here. So, let's get moving. At least we got first turn scouting, that's always nice. Oh, damn it. I didn't realize that Drulin's eating problem was that bad. I mean, I knew he had a problem, I just didn't know he had that much of a problem. And, Drulin, if you're famished, we got some food for you. Oh, now you're not hungry. You're only hungry when it causes problems for you. Okay. And we got our first pineal gland extract. I'm just gonna hope that's like animal pineal gland and not human pineal gland. Though knowing the ancestor, yeah, this probably comes from the brain of some poor, unfortunate person from the hamlet. I mean, we all know the kind of stuff he got up to. And why do you think he needed a cannon?
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Actually, I'm gonna come back for this because I have to come back this way anyway, almost certainly. Oh, this is a pretty bulky composition. Right. Well, let's open up with tracking shot, because I don't like the fact that you're in stealth, so let's change that. Can't reach you with dazzling light, so I'll hit the wide mouth. Stunning the bulwarks isn't useful because if I prevent one of them from using barnacle barrier, the other will just do it. Vulnerability hex on. No. Yeah, I'll go with hex for now, and then I can exploit that with pistol shot next turn. In the meantime, let's just mark the wide mouth for death. You have 2 different people who can exploit marks, let's use that. Okay, that's 1 mark that's irrelevant now. But the bulwark is still but the oracle is still unprotected. Use weakening curse. Weakening curse on this bulwark. I actually probably should use that on the one that's guarding something. And stress wave, but it missed. Let's exploit them. And there we go. Those are the damage numbers I like to see. For death on the bulwark. And use dazzling light on this bulwark because I have an idea. It's not a very well, it failed to stun anyway, so it's irrelevant. Though 2 of the 3 remaining enemies and 1 of the corpses are all marked. And collect bounty. You're gonna have to work a little harder than that. Though it's a good start. He's guarded, and you can't reach him with pistol shot. Let's go with opening vein. Let's open a vein.
Continually
that did more damage than I expected.
Destroy them all.
Unfortunately, we've been taking a bit more damage than I expected, too. I'm actually going to use Weakening Curse on... No, I'm not. I'm going to use Vulnerability.
Precision and power.
Actually, no, I didn't think that one through. What I should have done was use Weakening Curse, then Marked for Death, and then Pistol Shot. Instead, let's just kill Blood.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So yeah, with that high protection, even when he's marked, Pistol Shot doesn't do a whole lot to him. Stun him. He cannot. He has really high stun resistance. No, he doesn't. He's just incredibly lucky. He has 45% stun resistance. And yet, I just cannot seem to stun him. Uneducated savage. Right. And now let's collect ourselves now.
Their formation is broken.
And there we go.
Maintain the offensive.
And I'm just going to hold off on that chest for the same reason as the previous, which is that I'm going to have to come back here. This is probably a quest location. And even if it turns out not to be, I'm going to have to find that out part of it. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to use Vulnerability Hex on the Stinger just to reduce its evasion. I'm pretty sure that the, let's see, Open Vein can't reach the Enchantress. The Enchantress with Pistol Shot. And then I'm gonna go for Collect Bounty because it's the only. Cause I'm pretty sure that you could one-shot it even if it wasn't marked, but he needs to hit.
Eradicated.
And now, let's see if I can finish this off with Judgment. I can. And now the Gladiator is all by himself, rending for the old gods. He is basically their team's version of the Hellion. Vulnerability Hex. Open Vein. This Gladiator is having a bad day. And he appears to be taking it out on the highway. Well, let's see if we can undo that.
Sedated.
And, I'm sure this guy's got a price on his head from somewhere, so let's collect. Bounty Hunter probably has the heads of like a dozen different people, just on the off chance that one of them
precipitates a dizzying fall.
Okay. What to drop? Because I want to keep both of these, so... Wait, I already have that fish carcass to get more food, and there's not a whole lot that benefits from holy water. So yeah, 1 stack of food and the holy water. Since we still have an entire second stack. That's the downside to a bumper crop. My eye is bigger than my storage capacity, and so I always end up getting more than we need. So let's find out before we reach the end if this isn't a quest location. Okay, there was a quest location down here though. This wasn't completely pointless. I don't know if the system that randomly generates the maps is designed to do that, but it does seem like if there's a long offshoot, there is nearly always a quest location.
Annihilated.
Okay, that's the end of the grenade. Right. And yeah, collect bounty doesn't do a whole lot. Unfortunately, these things can't inflict very much damage, so I can use this as a chance to heal everybody a little bit. Bleed resistance isn't terribly impressive either. Alright, that's one of them down.
Slowly, gently.
Now it's just a matter of reducing their protection. Which is relatively simple, even if we have not the best abilities. And then I go and use Vulnerability Hex, which does not reduce the target's protection. Because I am a professional. Well, this should finish the job either way. You know, this has just been this mission has just been going entirely too well.
Unforeseen.
It's starting to make me nervous.
Unforgiving.
Okay, this loot can stay behind. This mission has just been going entirely too well. It's really making me nervous. Right? And whatever curio that is, we're never going to find out because we're just going to go back the other way. Right. So go past the sack. I wonder how this works. It's a bag, Papon. Did you seriously just ask me how a bag works? So what is the function of this cloth apparatus for containing things? And you call other people uneducated? You literally don't know what a bag is. Right, open up the heirloom chest.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Okay, light up torches until we have a maximum torch level. Drop the extra torches to grab the portraits. Pretty soon we'll have upgraded everything as high as it will go. That's twice. Okay, whatever quirk you've got that's making you do that, it's getting fixed when we get back to the hamlet. I don't care what they have to do to you to make you stop doing it. Okay. This is something that we would use, a bas relief. This is something we would use to use holy water on if someone hadn't dropped the holy water. Oh right, that was me. Through here. We have nothing! Oh, we have scouting again. This game, it's been really generous with the scouting. Curio, treasure, and a obstacle. Yeah, it's probably going to be all the way down here or close to it when we get the last one. Though, I'm going to be honest, I appreciate this. This mission could have been a lot worse if it had just been a bunch of like a grid with a bunch of interconnected pathways and minimal scouting. Instead, this has been mostly linear, so the negative side of this being a mission where you have to find 3 quest locations is mostly absent. And let's go with Dazzling Light, because there's no way I can judgment that guy to death with a shot. And tracking shot. Because I've decided you're not allowed to have stuff. And pistol shot. And let's just finish him off.
Give them no quarter.
I imagine that fight going down like a showdown in the Old West, where the cutthroat has like his blunderbuss and he tries to draw, and the highwayman just outdraws him and kills him. And vulnerability X, because I want to see how high I can make the damage go. Extra damage versus marked, and extra damage versus human. Only a little bit more than his maximum health.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay. We have encountered no blight. I'm going to drop the antivenom. Not the best decision in the world, but maybe I should have dropped the medicinal herbs. But what's done is done. And ooh, no medicinal herbs on that one. I doubt a key would work. There may be nothing that does. I've had a few of these where I can't figure out what supply item to use on it. Like, I'm not sure there is a supply item. That's an odd hit pattern for Stress Wave. Does it just hit whoever he feels like hitting with it, or is it random? I wonder how that works. I've never been clear on how the target is decided for Stress Wave. Alright, get rid of the thrall as quickly as possible. I'm gonna use Dazzling Light on the wide knife, just to remove spear fishing from the equation.
Victory.
Go with Open Vein, because if I can make this thing bleed, that will end it. And I really hope this works. Time Bomb disarmed. Just leaves the plated maggot, and then we have to deal with the Ooh, Call of the Deep. Now I really need the Wide Mouth to die. I'm just gonna gamble that the Bounty Hunter. Nope, Bounty Hunter didn't get a turn before the Wide Mouth did. Right. If we collect Bounty and Pistol Shot, we should be able to take it down. Actually, I'll let it live a little longer. Or I won't, because Drulin just decided to overperform.
This expedition at least promises success.
Right. Nothing worth dropping anything for yet. Especially when we got treasure coming up. Curio. Yeah, we're gonna have to go all the way to the end to get to the quest location. And I realize that I interact with this using a shovel, but I'll come back for it. That has kind of become the policy. We just kill our way through the dungeon, and once everything's dead, we come back and grab our crowbars and loot everything.
Another misfortune.
Right, this is a room battle with treasure. Ooh, and this is a room battle and a half. Way crushes. Alright, mark him for death. However, he is unfortunate enough to be 2 spaces wide, which means he's vulnerable to both collect bounty and pistol shot, despite being as far forward as he can get. And his prod is reduced about as much as we can. And he can probably hit very hard if he gets a chance to. And he will, because I failed to stun him. This is gonna be a bit of a thing. Honestly, this is the first seriously challenging fight we've had so far, especially since I keep forgetting that people are injured. That was actually quite a move. They pull the occultist forward within range of the knockback ability and then knock him into position 4. Please pull him forward. Darn it, love it. The one time I actually needed you to fail at something and you failed to fail. Right. And I'm just gonna have to go with Divine Comfort and just hope it does enough. He has the move helmet, he's resistant to moving. Right. I'm gonna go with Weakening Curse, further reducing his protection and damage. Just weaken this guy up as much as we can, and we're gonna need all the help we can get in actually killing him. 1 hit point? He would survive with 1 hit point. He's probably gonna get a turn before Lovett does too. Okay, we're closer to being in position now. Thank you, Spearfishing. You just saved us. And Grape Shot Blast.
Their cursed champion falls.
That's the end of the big one. Let's just use Demons. I'm just gonna have him move back into position. I have half a plan.
The ground quakes.
I never miss. And come hit. You just heal everyone. And we're gonna end this fight with the same number of hit points we had when we began it. Yeah, we really are. After all of that...
Strike.
And ending it the right way with a 43 damage critical.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Downside is we probably still have a long way to go before we get to the quest location. And I am just going to leave all of this loot back. Yes, that was genuine fear you heard in my voice. Okay, let's start by getting rid of the thrall. Hex and collect bounty. Okay, that's the end of that one. Open vein. And dazzling light. Let's see if we can keep the ghoul locked out of the fight as long as we can. Or not. Haven't had the best luck with stuns this mission. Ooh, 3 damage for 5 rounds. That's gonna hurt. Good news is they're concentrating their fire on one person. And as soon as I said that, they must have heard me. They must have heard me. Well, at least the skull missed, so put him back together. You'll die next turn, so may as well get some damage over time going. Because he isn't marked, and the Highwayman doesn't have to mark people. I'm actually going to go with Weakening Curse. I'm playing a long game. I'm just playing it badly. Right. Now you marked for death because that reduces protection. And now his protection is down to 80%. And he's in exactly the wrong position because all of our marking splitting attacks can hit him. He also... Oh, he is an Eldritch, he's just not broken. So, first pistol shot. And he doesn't even survive that.
Has no intrinsic merit. Unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Unfortunately, it hurts me to do this, but I have to leave all the loot behind. And if he had... It's okay, Ghoul, you know, just accept... If that pistol shot hadn't been a critical hit, you would have just died to... Let's mark this one for death.
A brilliant confluence of skill and
pistol
purpose.
Shot. And he survives it. Well, I can finish him off with Judgment. Alright, so there's one of them down before any of them get to do anything. And now, let's just set up for the next turn. Actually raises an interesting question. If there are no surviving non-stealth enemies, does that cause the stealth enemies to lose stealth? Or do they just stay in stealth until the timer runs out? I mean, it doesn't really matter too much because I have tracking shot, which is kind of curious. And of course the turn order is weird because surprise. Well, let's use Demon's Pull. And collect bounty on this one. Ooh, an open vein did a bit more than I expected it to. But we've taken a bit of damage. So the Vestal can't... I can't make the medic kill the Oracle. We're gonna actually have to do this properly. And that involves getting him with one more stress wave. And appropriately to his class, the Bounty Hunter has the ability to both mark people and exploit marks. And of course, Papok would screw this up. Well, I guess I do get to finish you off with the medic. Ooh, critical too. Blacken our world no longer.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Medicinal herbs for more deeds. Right. And no more scouting. We're heading into unknown territory. Here there be dragons. Really, here there be fish people. Right. And another of the same group. Start with vulnerability hex on this one.
Well struck.
Because I'm not sure who's going to get to go next. It would survive Collect Bounty. Well, it won't survive Grape Shot. It's the only one that didn't dodge, too. Let's go with Dazzling Light. Since I can't kill it, we can at least prevent it from getting action. Doesn't stop them from using Call of the Derp, though. Twice. And here it comes, the wave of stress. But that's not going to stop. I keep tempting fate and then expecting something terrible to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. It's like fate must be on vacation or something. Let's go with vulnerability hex on this one. And let's end the other wide mouth. And let's hope for a crit. Close enough. Yeah, the medic is racking up quite the kill count. And this isn't the one that's obsessed with killing. Alright, let's get rid of those corpses. Ooh, critical get rid of those corpses. And it doesn't matter that he's not marked, just kill him.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
You have so much loot. Also, I think in the next area we should probably make camp. I don't have the medicinal herbs anymore to make that drinkable water. I'm gonna have completed the mission before I make camp, aren't I? Curio. Quest location. Okay. Ah, torch beyond measure. We're finally here. We've managed to kind of explore everything. And I just realized I might be walking into a room battle. But I'm not. Complete the last of the quest locations. And now we just have some backtracking to go collect some loot. And before we do that, I'm going to heal everyone.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy
This
companionship.
Vestal knows Sanctuary. And Chant is really all we've got for the stress healing abilities. That's it. This is really... I kind of messed up the camping skill a little bit. Well, let's rest. At least we're not going to have any midnight surprises this time. But I really forgot to equip any good stress healing.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
And we've got 3 wide mouths. Death. So now I can finish that one off with a pistol shot. Dazzling Light. Just to lock this one out of the fight for now.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Unfortunately, Dazzling Light has not
only the strength
had
to
much
follow
luck.
it.
Let's go with Weakening. I'm gonna gamble that we can handle whatever they do to us in this round. I want to make sure they all die next time. Admittedly, handling whatever they do to us in this round is turning out to be a bit of a challenge. The last one, vulnerability X, so now everybody is marked. And... you know, it is kind of funny that the Highwayman and the Bounty Hunter make such a great team. But they do. They actually complement each other really well. Just get that one out. And that one. And you would survive. Did I tell you you could survive? No surviving without my permission. That's the rule I have with the heroes. It applies to the enemies the same way. And the last wide mouth is trying to avenge his friend before he dies.
Foolish horrors.
We have gotten a lot of
low
loot.
and driven into the mud.
And so, because we've gotten a lot of loot today, that pack just decided it's not giving us anything. Schrodinger's pack. Does that really qualify as tempting fate? Because I suppose that could be an example that fate is done sleeping on the job and has decided to start messing with me again. Right. Though it's starting to feel like the game is set, with how well things have gone, it's starting to feel like the game is setting me up for something in the future. Protective padlock isn't very good, and we already have one, so I'll probably end up dropping that. God damn it. Drop the protective padlock, and I'll eat the one last food. God damn it. And
The requirements of survival cannot be met on an empty stomach.
And as soon as we do that, this happens. Let's check the pack. The pack contains loot.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Let's drop the bandages in exchange for the rubies. We'll be out of here soon. One last chest. And then I'm not going to go all the way back for these curios. Oh, the unlocked strongbox, so the key doesn't do anything.
A fortune
I guess let's drop it.
waiting to be spent.
And hold on to the shovels, and the 500 gold isn't worth it. I'm not dropping torches this close to the end. But you know what? We're right next to here. Let's check these last three curios, because I don't remember what they are, and I really don't know when to stop before I get hurt. You'd think this game would have taught me that lesson by now, but I don't know how to stop getting greedy before I manage to hurt myself. And let's drop the shovels and the torches. And that one's nothing, so let's get out of here. And not only did we complete the mission, but we managed to go through and take everything that wasn't nailed down. And then use shovels to pry open the things that were nailed down. This is quite a haul. 15,000 gold, even though I was prioritizing heirlooms. And that's not counting the 6,700 for the quest reward. Which, I've probably already asked this before, but I do have to wonder, who is paying us these? Is there like some organization that pays us for doing this? And if so, how do they have heirlooms to pay us with? And Lovett is champion level now. Ooh, Droolin is hard skinned. That is good. And Lovett is unerring. We got some good quirks so far. Fear of Mankind isn't great, but I mostly don't have Papon fight humans. Healer's Gift isn't very good, but neither was unerring. And the Vestal is Vertigo. So, no one got diseased in the Warrens, but the Cove, that's where we finally get a disease. And we have a hard-skinned Vestal. I'm gonna have a lot of quirks to lock in for next week.
The frothing waters subside. The advantage is ours.
First thing I'm gonna do is treat the one disease before I forget to do that. Treat your vertigo. You were diseased last time too, because you just have the worst luck with diseases. Actually, let me check something. Nope, she doesn't have a problem with reduced damage on the first round. That's not that useful. She doesn't have a quirk that would cause her to get diseases more often. She just has bad luck, I guess. Anyway, I'll spend this wondrous loot next time, but I'd say we've gone on long enough. So, that's going to be the end for this part. Thank you all for watching. I love you all, and I will see you next time.